Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn about our recovery services. We're super glad you're here and really appreciate your time and your interest. We are the Arches Recovery Solutions and Residences. We provide a structured 12-step based living and support program to men and women recovering from addiction and transitioning into productive living. We work with men and women who have reached that point in their addictive lives where they are truly ready to make a change but need a good, safe structure of accountability and support to help guide them through early recovery. Our clients have usually just completed an inpatient treatment program or maybe just at that point of desperation to reach out and do something different this time. It's really quite simple though. If you've reached a point of surrender and are ready to get serious about your recovery, then we might be a good fit for you. Let me show you a little bit more about how our program works. There are three main components to our program. We're a structured transitional living program with a solid community of recovery-focused clients and support staff. We're 12-step based, so it's required to attend a 12-step meeting every day and get a sponsor who will guide you through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. Our goal is to get you into the 9th step within the first 6 months of our residency, and we provide individualized support to our clients. We work real closely with them as they process their way through the early stages of recovery and transitional living. Within our program, there are three key elements that we strive for to help the client maximize their time and results, and we call them the 3 F's for success: focus, fundamentals, and foundation. Let's take a closer look at these three so you can get an idea of how they work within our program. The first is focus. Our focus is to create and maintain an environment to enable the client to focus on the recovery. We do this by maintaining the fundamentals of the program, accountability and structure. It's monitored daily to make sure the basics are in order, no clutter, keep the common areas clean, go to your meetings in by curfew, all of those things that ensure a livable, sober community. And the third piece is the foundation piece. It's the action piece, the piece the client needs to put in some effort. Foundation recovery it's really the reason the client's here to build that solid foundation of 12-step recovery tools, sober support network to prepare for the transitioning into permanent sober living. So let's take a look at some of the nuts and bolts of the program components. Program is a 6-month commitment. This is not a financial, but it is a mental commitment. We want people to come in, understanding that they're going to be here for at least 6 months. It takes that long to process through the steps and build a good foundation recovery. You can stay as long as you want. For the first 6 months, our focus is to get you into the step work and get you into the 9th step amends by the 6th month. We rise and shine by 9 a.m. It's real important to be prepared for the day, getting up and being prepared for the day. It's vital to productive living. That's what we're all about. Your bed's got to be made as soon as you get up. You keep the room straight. You keep the kitchen straight. You keep things picked up and cleaned up. It sounds simple. It really does. But believe me, it takes effort just like anything else. You got to really be ready for it because we pay a lot of attention to these details. The next piece is a recovery job. It's a transitional piece. It's 1 foot out in the real world, 1 foot in the recovery world. Got to have something productive to do with your day. Usually that means getting a job. Some people are still in IOP. Some people maybe go to school. That's case by case. But a lot of times it means that it's time to get a job. And we like to see you have some type of recovery job, a Starbucks, a Smoothie King, a Kroger, something with low stress, flexible hours, so you can focus on what we're really here for, which is recovery. Of course, we do have the clients that have career jobs. We have the doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs and other professionals in our program as well. But if you don't have a job, we want you to get something sooner or later. So getting a recovery job and then maybe looking down the road at what that dream job might be. Another piece is our weekly chores. Now, we have our ongoing clean and straight rules to keep the units clean on a daily basis, but each week we assign chores to make sure the fundamentals stay in order. The toilets are clean and the kitchens are clean and the microwaves are clean. And so those chore sheets are dropped on Thursdays to be accomplished. Those chores need to be accomplished by Saturday morning. It's an important piece of our program. It truly shows who's willing to put some effort into something and who's not. Here's some therapeutic elements of our program. And remember, this is just a brief overview. This whole video is just a brief overview of our program. Much more to everything that we do, but here are some highlights. 2 house meetings, weekly house meetings. These meetings help to bring the community together, process certain areas of recovery that might be going on within the community or life in general. They're always really good, solid, great meetings that give the community an opportunity to see each other, hear from each other, how they're doing in their recovery. You know, you tend to kind of stick and stay with your roommates. We really kind of push and pride and insist on the community working together as a whole. But in a lot of cases, you get busy with work and life and everything that's going on, and you tend to spend more time with the immediate roommates. So this gives you an opportunity to see the community as a whole and hear from everybody about how they're doing. We do one-on-one growth and focus sessions, and these are designed to get into some deeper discussions that are vital, make sure that the client is really on track, accomplishing everything that we want them to accomplish. We work on life skills and goal setting and are you where you're in the steps and managing some of the urgent matters at hand, work and court, relationships, family, all those types of things, making sure that your sponsor's in place and solid and you're reaching out to them and having that relationship is where it needs to be as well. Bi-weekly therapy process groups. This is run by a licensed therapist that works real closely with our program. She's great. Everybody loves her. She's real solid. She actually has, some of our clients as her own personal clients, but she runs these small groups, and they process issues that tend to sit under the surface, not really be addressed so much by traditional recovery meetings. These are confidential meetings, so it's just between the group and the therapist. Staff members, are out of the loop, so it's a good opportunity to process some stuff maybe that you don't want to talk about within the support structure of the Arches. It gives you another outlet. We also use the recovery book, the approved literature, which is so vital to a solid recovery program. You got to be in the books, you got to be in the book studies, and so we take this opportunity in some of our group meetings to broaden and strengthen that outside book study work that you might be doing, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page and learning those pieces within the books and within the recovery books, the 12 and 12, the big book, that are real necessary for self-knowledge, for real good understanding about recovery and 12-step work. So the safe and secure components. We maintain the safety of the community by various means, but regular monitoring are done through these 3 methods. First one is random drug and alcohol screens. We perform these each week, and we do them both in a routine and random cycle, which means that a lot of times during our group meetings we'll do our testing, but we'll also go through the community and test as well on a random basis. The evening impact and curfew checks. So these are real important and have been real vital and powerful. Is not only they make sure that everybody is where they need to be, but it also helps us connect with the client on an evening review and talk about highlights, issues that happen through the day while they're fresh in their minds, and just gives us some time to encourage and support the individual through the day's events. They might see something that they kind of felt didn't go well, but you can show them how they actually handled it in a much better, more healthy way. Show them that they're really improving when they don't see it that way. So these curfew checks many times turn out to be powerful conversations about recovery and moving forward and growing. And signing out on the board. Every one of the units has a whiteboard right by the front door, and it's how we track and how the client documents their activities through the day, what time they're supposed to be, where they're going to go in certain places, work and the gym and doctor's appointments, and as well as what time they're going to be home. So the supporting role of the staff, what do we do? We're here to support the clients through all this work. Maintaining a solid and healthy and happy community for recovery is our goal, and we do that by working real hard at inspiring and not intimidating. We focus on building up the community and the individual, not tearing them down. We spend enough time beating ourselves up. We work on inspiring the individual to help them in their positive thinking and positive actions. We work on encouraging for success. The process of recovery is very difficult. Encouraging that effort, helping people recognize the small victories along the way, like I just mentioned, so vital to building that self-esteem and confidence that we need to keep moving forward with our recovery. We encourage our clients into and through all this healthy change. And the last part, the support for structure, which is so important. This period of recovery right now, early recovery, transitional living, it's so fragile. And having a solid support and structure around the recovering addict is just vital to their overall recovery success. When there's a lot of chaos, minimal support, lack of structure, it's so easy to stay in those unmanageable behaviors. So we work tirelessly to maintain the structure and support, minimize that chaos and unmanageability activities within our program. It's what we're all focused on. It's what we work 25/8 to make that stuff, to wash it out of our community. So here we are, kind of a summary of our program, and if you're at that point where you're looking for something like this, it might be a good fit for you. This is about really impacting your future. And you impact your future at this point, this stage, with finding a solid program of recovery, whether it's this one or another one. Make sure you get into a program that's got a solid foundation of support and accountability and follows through with what they say they're going to do and helps to build you up and inspire you and not tear you down. So if this seems like a good fit for you, maybe it is. Maybe you've been looking for a program like this, provides a structure and a community of solid recovering peers. That's what we have, both for the males and the females, both just from the way we run our programs and hold people accountable with some love and with some support. It really helps to build a solid community. And so maybe you're at that point, surrender, ready to do the deal. That's what we're looking for. That's the best fit for us. A person that is really ready to say, I'm done and I want to get on with my life. I just need somebody to help support and guide me and hold me accountable and help me process through this step work and these changes, finding that psychic change, this spiritual connection. That's what I need. We'd love the opportunity to see how we might help you walk through that archway to freedom and get your life back. So if it seems like a fit, call us today, 404-991-3575. I really appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you listening, and maybe I'll talk to you on the phone sometime. Take care.